political blogs with conspicuous ideological alignments became an integral component of U.S. media in the early 2000s. While some commentators lauded this development, asserting that such blogs had a welcome transparency missing from traditional news, less blank observers countered that such blogs tended to ideological extremes that exacerbated political polarization to problematic levels. Which choice completes the text with the most logical and precise word or phrase? A. Sanguine. B. Recalcitrant. C. Misanthropic. D. Earnest.
Question number 5 is talking about political blogs with conspicuous ideological alignments. They became an integral component of US media in the early 2000s. So in the early 2000s, they became an integral component of US media itself. So while some commentators lauded this development, that means they appreciated it, asserting that such blogs had a welcome transparency missing from traditional news. Less blank observers countered that such blogs, but there were also some critics. They said that these blogs tend to ideological extremes that exacerbated political polarization to problematic levels. So if there is no control for these blogs, maybe it will lead to political polarization. So which choice we have to select? Some of these words are a little difficult, so we will go through the meanings of these words and then we can decide. So sanguine means optimistic or positive. Recalcitrant means having an obstinately uncooperative attitude, especially towards authority or discipline. Then misanthropic. This means having or showing a dislike of other people, or in other words, unsociable. And then the last word given is earnest. This is probably the easy word which we already know. But if we just see, it means resulting from or showing sincere and intense conviction. So out of these 4 words, which will be the best one? So over here you can see that in the first part of this paragraph, they are being very positive about it. And then after the comma, less blank, that is less positive observers, they are talking the opposite, that this can have the negative effect. They are talking about the negative effects. So this is the positive and this is the negative. So sanguine, that is the best answer. Choice A is the best answer because it most logically completes the text discussion of political blogs. In this context, sanguine means optimistic. The text begins by noting the rise of political blogs with readily identifiable ideological alignments in the early 2000s. The text then indicates that some commentators saw this as a positive development, citing a reason why their difference from traditional news. And then finally, the text goes on to contrast those commentators with others who have a negative opinion of the rise of political blogs because they increase political polarization among their readers. So this context supports the idea that the second group of commentators is less positive than the first. Thus, the second group of commentators is less optimistic or sanguine.
Choice B is incorrect because it would not make sense in this context to describe those commentators who have a negative opinion of political blogs as less recalcitrant or obstinately uncooperative than those commentators who supported political blogs. Choice C is incorrect because the text gives no indication that those commentators who have a negative opinion of political blogs are less misanthropic or less contemptuous of humankind than those commentators who have a positive opinion of political blogs. There is no indication in the text that those commentators who like political blogs would be contemptuous of humankind at all. Choice D is incorrect because there is no evidence that those commentators who have a negative opinion of political blogs are less earnest or sincere than those who have a positive opinion of such blogs. Presumably, both groups of commentators hold their beliefs with equal conviction.